Today on OC News, new suites to be built on Cal State Fullerton's campus.
Biden addressed the nation on Hurricane Milton as it touched down in Florida.
And ASI hosted a Chappell Roan themed event.
All this and more coming up on OC News.
This just now in tech news, the first responder on
There's been a lot of collaborative efforts
feel
over the years.
blessed to be here in Fullerton.
Brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
OC News starts right now.
Hello and welcome to OC News. I'm Ariana Hartman.
And I'm Juliana White. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton. The happiest place on earth just bumped up its prices again. After Disney's park business underperformed and lost profit, Disney is implementing a 6% price increase on park tickets and a 6 to 20% increase on annual passes. The highest priced one-day, one-park ticket for Disneyland now costs over $200 for the first time in the park's history. The starting price for the park hopper would cost another $65 to $75 depending on the season. Disney said they are raising prices to help pay for the massive park expansion that was approved earlier this year.
Fullerton School District candidates attended a public forum last night. I had the chance to hear what issues they discussed. Fullerton School District candidates are up for re-election next month. Tuesday night, Fullerton residents were able to ask the candidates questions at a public forum. FSD represents elementary schools and middle schools in Fullerton and small areas of La Habra, Brea, and Buena Park. Area 5 seat, which covers most of South Fullerton, and Area 2 seat, which covers most of West Fullerton, are up for re-election. There were 4 candidates in attendance at the forum tonight. James Cho of Area 2, Hilda Sugarman of Area 2, Leonel Talavera of Area 5, and Vanessa Estrella of Area 5. Topics that were discussed range from the use of technology in schools to parent outreach to Ballot N, which would allow the district to sell $262 million in bonds to repair and upgrade facilities and school sites.
I believe it's important that these forums continue. It's important that people come from the community and ask the questions that are important to them.
With Election Day less than a month away, the League of Women's Voters hopes the forums will encourage more people to vote.
We are really excited when all the candidates come and they want to participate, they want to meet the people where they are, and if there are cases where there are candidates who don't want to participate in this democratic process, I think the voters should ask themselves why.
There's another forum on October 21st that will focus on the North Orange County Community College District candidates. Reporting in Fullerton, I'm Ariana Hartman for OC News.
Cal State Fullerton President Ronald Rochon spoke this morning to break ground on new housing on campus. President Rochon spoke to campus and student leaders this morning as CSU Board of Trustees approved the construction nearly $160 million to build new suites on campus. The project is a part of Phase 5 of CSUF's agenda to create more student housing. The groundbreaking event featured Rochon himself and student leaders in housing and ASI. Construction is set to begin in December.
It's Mental Health Awareness Week. Reporter Ethan Lopez joins us live from the Counseling and Psychology Service Center.
I'm live in front of the CAPS building, and it's Mental Awareness Month from October 6th to October 12th. Today we have some Fullerton students sharing with us how they improve and cope with their mental health.
To cope with mental health, I like to take walks with my dog, and I also take a lot of time to sleep because I feel that it's really important to make sure we get enough time to sleep for mental stability.
Okay, what I do to cope for mental health is either take some times away, like taking naps, or talk to my families. If I have I'm struggling or I'm overwhelmed, I talk about it with my families to help me find solutions to better calm myself and better manage my time.
So I prioritize mental health with school by obviously schoolwork is important and there's a lot of things that we need to do as students, especially college students, but at the end of the day there's things that we we should be doing, like having fun and hanging out with our friends and doing things that like make us feel like we're still enjoying our lives besides school, but also getting our homework done. So just finding a work-life balance, I would say.
Ethan Lopez, and I know my fair share of mental health when my Cowboys lose. But always remember, go Cowboys. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Ethan. Coming up on OC News, updates on Hurricane Milton.
And Cal State Fullerton men's soccer defeated CSU Bakersfield in a recent game. Stay tuned.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Welcome back to OC News. We now go to Dianara Palafox with the weather.
Thanks, guys. Let's dive right into it and look at the weather forecast for this week. Right now, we're starting at a temperature of 88 degrees with clear skies. We have a low of 62 degrees, wind of 6 miles per hour, and humidity of 43. Our sunset is expected at 6:33 p.m. today. Looking ahead into the week, we'll be experiencing some of the last warm days before temperatures start to drop down for the weekend, as we can see, with the low of 59 taking us right into Friday with the high of 86 and a low of 57. Temperatures for Thursday and Friday are in the higher 80s, but by the weekend, we're likely to enjoy cooler conditions, making it a great time for outdoor activities. That's your weather for the week. Grab your sweatshirts and be ready for that sweater weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
A Category 3 hurricane is rapidly approaching the Florida coast. CNN has multiple crews covering the massive storm. Here's a report from Florida.
The time to evacuate has come and gone. Now officials are saying if you're still here in Tampa, you need to be hunkering down. The rain is unrelenting. We're already starting to see flooding in the streets. The conditions are deteriorating as Hurricane Milton treks towards Florida.
This is it, folks.
Hurricane Milton's outer bands are lashing the Florida Gulf Coast, and it only gets worse from here.
It'll keep picking up hour after hour. You will be on your own.
Other state officials echoing the same ominous tone.
When you figure it out, like, hey, I shouldn't be here. Hey, I need help, and help's not coming.
It's going to take us hours, if not days, to be able to come to you.
Final calls for preparations and evacuations switch midday to ones of try to stay alive.
Make sure you have a life preserver handy. Make sure that you have plenty of supplies with you because you may be stuck in your home.
Milton's winds are whipping up tornadoes with at least 2 spotted Wednesday in Hendry and Broward counties.
No matter where you are, you will experience the power of this storm.
Despite the catastrophic forecasts, some storm veterans are staying put on barrier islands.
If we were to lose a pylon and the house wasn't sturdy, that scares me the most.
But not scared enough to leave.
We certainly fear the storms and the hurricanes. We just choose to ride it out.
As the evening hours approach, the wait begins for what's on the other side.
FEMA is ready.
We have hundreds of state search and rescue personnel embedded in the potential impact sites.
Godspeed to all of us that are in the path of this storm.
All 4 bridges going over Tampa Bay are now closed. This storm is expected to bring anywhere from 8 to 12 feet of storm surge to this area. That's on top of 10 to 15 inches of rain here. It's going to be a catastrophic storm for the coast of Florida. In Tampa Bay, I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
Now we go over to sports, where Omar Portillo has the latest on Cal State Fullerton's men's soccer team and updates on a Fullerton baseball alumni.
Thanks, Juliana. Today in sports, we start with Cal State Fullerton men's soccer as they look to remain undefeated during their Big West home opener versus Cal State Bakersfield. The Titans were down a goal early until a slick pass by Abraham Gutierrez sets up forward Fitzwilliams, who puts them on the board in the 15th minute to tie the game at 1 apiece. This was Williams' third goal of the season, and he has now scored in each of the last 3 games for the Titans. Now to the 82nd minute, where the Titans are down 2-1, and freshman midfielder Jose Del Torre beats 1, 2, 3 different Roadrunners before scoring an absolute screamer from outside the box to help the Titans secure the draw. Del Torre's late-game heroics helped him earn Big West Freshman of the Week honors. The Titans will look to continue their unbeaten streak as they host UC San Diego tonight at 7 p.m. We step off the pitch and onto the diamond, where Cal State Fullerton baseball alumni Tanner Bybee will hope to keep the Guardians alive in Game 4 versus the Tigers. Bybee was a standout performer in the Guardians' Game 1 victory versus the Tigers, where he struck out 6 and allowed 0 runs through 4.2 innings. Since this performance, the Guardians have lost the following 2 games and now trail the series 2-1. Now 1 game away from elimination, the Guardians will look to Bybee to help keep their season alive. And that's all we have today from sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Omar. Coming up next, plans of a relief concert for hurricane victims by famous musicians.
And ASI hosts another pop star themed event. Stay tuned for more.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
How prepared is your family if a wildfire shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or an earthquake? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
Let's go.
you'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Make a plan today.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills. Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
What does it take to discover the greatness within you? It takes resilience.
When I first got to Cal State Fullerton, I felt lost. Then I found my community. It was like a caring family cheering me on.
I wasn't sure about being a chemist. My professors showed me I could. People believed in me here, and I learned to believe in myself. Discover the resilience within you at Cal State Fullerton.
Welcome back to OC News. Now we'll hear from Alex Abeda to get the latest entertainment news.
Thank you, Juliana. We've got some big news in the music world today, so let's talk about it. Hurricane Helene has wrought destruction on North Carolina, and in an effort to give back to the affected communities, a musical event to raise money for victims is set for later this month. The concert for Carolina is taking place on October 26th at the Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. North Carolina natives Luke Combs and Eric Church are 2 of the headliners for the concert, and they will be joined by James Taylor and Billy Strings. North Carolina has been hit hard by Helene, facing widespread damage from heavy rains and flooding. More than 100 deaths have been attributed to the impact of Helene. Organizers of the concert say that all funds will go towards aid relief, and sponsors of the event have already pledged $1 million to the cause. In more music news, Taylor Swift is making headlines once again, as she is reportedly now the richest female musician in the world. As Taylor Swift nears the end of her famous Eras tour, it seems she's not quite done changing the music industry. Forbes estimates that Swift is worth $1.6 billion, an amount that puts her past Rihanna at $1.4 billion. The only artist worth more than Swift is currently Jay-Z. Swift, however, has become the first billionaire to reach that level solely through music sales and performing. Thanks for letting me speak now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Alex. CSUF Associated Students hosted a Chappell Roan night at the Titan Student Union last night. Students and different campus clubs who attended and tabled got the chance to sing along together as a DJ and MC got the party started. Food and drinks were served, including pizza and tea. The event also included a student fashion show showcasing their unique clothing styles. The Fullerton Fashion Club and the LGBTQ Resource Center have made their appearances tabling the event.
A fall graduation ceremony is on the horizon as students push for a celebration of their achievements thanks to a Daily Titan opinion article. Reporter Noah Segovia is live at Titan Stadium with more on the story.
Hey guys, I'm here live at the Animated Affairs formal graduation in the spring. Many students completed their degrees in the fall semester, but let's face the fact that the call for graduation for fall is gaining some traction. Let's hear what students have to say about a possible fall celebration.
I mean, everything. I think if a student's going to pay upwards of $75,000 for a 4-year, walk through college, I don't think it should matter if there's only one ceremony in the spring. I think if they graduate in the fall, there should be a ceremony in the fall as well, because then they'll be motivated to graduate faster.
I honestly think it's a great idea because the students should not wait till the winter until they graduate if they already finished all their courses, and they should be able to walk and get their diplomas by fall.
I mean, like, why are we missing out, I feel like we should be able to do it too. If every other place is doing it too, we should too.
Personally, I do think it would motivate them to finish faster because it would make them want to study more, because they'd be able to graduate right away instead of having to wait an entire year before they walk, and then they just lose motivation.
Let's hope every Titan graduates, regardless of when they graduate, to get their moment to shine. Reporting live here for OC News, I'm Noah Segovia, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Noah. And a big congratulations to all 2024 grads.
Hopefully that they do consider doing fall 2024 graduations.
That's our late newscast for the week. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next Wednesday. From OC News, I'm Juliana White.
And I'm Ariana Hartman. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at OC News CSUF and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Titan TV CSUF. We will see you next week.